Okay, this video is just going to be a quick overview of another ability built on top of the ability system that I mentioned in a previous video. It's built off of, or it's based off of Storm from X-Men, and it again leans into our client server model. And two things you'll notice, or a couple things you'll notice. The environment changes, and we're actually implementing damage based off of our stats. So here we'll go and try it. Okay, so as you saw, our environment changes whenever we activate this ability. This is locally and for other clients as well. We keep a track of players who've been affected by it, so they can't be affected by it while they're already affected by it, right? We don't want the environment changing just sporadically. So we keep a track of those, and we monitor that, and we change the environment, and we're also implementing a little radius to apply some damage. You also see again this circle that follows our mouse, right? So what's happening here is the server is actually sending us a request for a location, right? And we're doing a ray trace to put our mouse on the ground, or we're tracing our mouse to whatever location, which is probably on the ground, and we're sending that back to the server. Now, this is a good point to mention that this could lead to exploitation, right? Like if we don't ever really want the server relying on information from the client, but in this case, what we're doing is we're sending it on a separate thread, right? So that it doesn't block anything. So let's say someone does decide to exploit it and delay. Let's say implements a delay for 5 minutes or whatever. So if we didn't implement that server request on a different thread, then that would really just block up the server, right? And we don't want that. So that's a heavy exploitation issue there. And so we avoided that by just putting on a different thread. So if it does lock up, it doesn't matter. It's on a different thread. The server's not even concerned about it. You do what you want. That won't affect anything. Okay, so like I said, we're setting out a ray trace, and that circle is just following our ray trace, and we're setting that location information back to the server. It's going to do a calculation to see what should be damaged in that radius based on our stats, and that's that. It also sends out a remote event to other clients, letting them know to play the effects. Like I said, no effects are played on the server. Those are all local to clients. Right, and so it damages, and you can also there's plans to also add some knockback and things like that, and again, better animations. Like we have flight in here as well, like once I do show that off. So this is really a good ability for a flyer. That's someone that's mobile, can really target enemies from in the air, and they can just look down and cast it, right, and just destroy the enemies right there. So right, and that's Stormbringer.